Okay guys, today we're going to talk about the things we need to know about triangles, or triangle basics. First thing is, a triangle is a three-sided polygon. It has three angles, and the measures of the angles will have a sum of 180 degrees. And you can see here I have a triangle up here, and on this triangle I have 180 degrees in the center. And then I have some notation on the sides here. I have these two hash marks which indicate congruency, which means that those two side lengths are congruent. And I have two arcs over here, which means that those angles are congruent. So let's talk about triangles by angles. Identifying triangles by angles first. And so the first triangle that we'll look at is called a right triangle. And a right triangle has one angle that has a measure of 90 degrees. And you can see that I've used the notation for a 90 degree angle by putting that box in the corner. Another type of triangle identified by angle is an acute triangle. An acute triangle has all of its angles less than 90 degrees. You can see on the triangle there that I have a triangle that has two angles which are 65 degrees and then one which is 50. And then the last type of triangle we can identify by angle is an obtuse triangle. An obtuse triangle has one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. And there I have our obtuse triangle with an angle that has a measure of 120. Okay, so we can identify triangles by angle. We can also identify them by side length. Okay? And so before we talk about the types of triangles that we will see, let's talk about the triangle side length theorem. The triangle side length theorem says that the sum of any two sides of a triangle must be larger than the third. Otherwise, it cannot be a triangle. So I have an example over here. If I have side lengths of 5, 9, and 8, well, 5 plus 9 is larger than 8, 9 plus 8 is larger than 5, and 5 plus 8 is larger than 9. So in that case, those side lengths will work out to be a triangle. If we look at the other example, I have the side lengths of 2, 4, and 9, and then 9 plus 4 is larger than 2, and 9 plus 2 is larger than 4, but 2 plus 4 is not larger than 9, so those side lengths cannot make a triangle. Okay. Talking about the different types of triangles by side lengths, the first type we have is an equilateral. An equilateral has three sides that are equal. Their side lengths all have the same measure. And at the same time, if their side lengths have the same measure, then their angles have the same measure as well. Here you can see that we have an equilateral triangle with side lengths of 4. Second type of triangle we can identify by side length is called an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has side lengths, or has two sides that are congruent. And here I have my isosceles triangle, two sides with a measure of 5. And then their opposite angles are congruent as well. And then the last type of triangle we can identify by side is the scalene triangle. And the scalene triangle has no sides that are congruent. You can see I have 4.5 and 7.5, and then the hypotenuse, which is 9.5. That's it for triangle basics. I will see you in class.